Your GPS reads 2 miles of fuel left. The road says don't stop here. The town ahead looks harmless, and that's exactly when people get into trouble. America's most dangerous places aren't big cities. They're exits you never planned to take. Quiet towns, cheap gas, wrong calculations, where violence hides behind trees, churches, and Dollar General stores. Stay with me. By the end, you'll know which towns locals flee after dark, and why one of them barely reports crime at all. Small towns break differently than cities. No safety nets, no anonymity, no backup. When jobs vanish, drugs move in, and police shrink. Violence doesn't spread out, it concentrates. Per capita, these towns aren't just dangerous, they're extreme outliers. Let's start where the numbers stopped shocking residents years ago. Number 10, Bogalusa, Louisiana. Population barely reaches 11,000. But the numbers tell a story that belongs to cities 10 times its size. Homicide rates here aren't anomalies. They're part of a repeating, brutal cycle. Gang retaliation erupts without warning, and open-air drug markets move openly, almost like clockwork. The local police department is overextended, understaffed and entangled in political conflicts, leaving streets under-monitored and residents constantly vigilant. Violent crime isn't just elevated, it's 3 times the national average, creating an environment where fear is routine. Median household income hovers near $24,000, and nearly 1 in 3 residents lives below the poverty line, struggling to make ends meet. Poverty isn't just numbers. It's a daily reality shaping behavior, limiting options and intensifying tension on every block. Here, safety isn't discussed politely. It's meticulously strategized. Residents memorize the streets, track patterns of violence, and know exactly which intersections to avoid once the sun dips below the horizon. Stopping at a gas station after dusk isn't a casual choice, it's a calculated risk, and sometimes a gamble with survival. By day, Bogalusa seems small, southern, even quaint. Sunlight reflects off porch railings, trees sway gently, and life appears calm. But behind every shuttered window, behind every quiet street corner, tension hums like electricity in the air. Decades of economic collapse, generational poverty, and systemic neglect have left visible and invisible scars that no charm can hide. Every abandoned storefront, every faded mural, every silent neighborhood is a reminder. This town has survived hardship, but survival has its price. If you were driving through these streets at dusk, could you spot the danger before it finds you? Or would you become part of the statistics you never saw coming? Number 9, Stilwell, Oklahoma. Stilwell, Oklahoma is publicly known for its strawberries, but the reality behind the scenes is far darker. The population is fewer than 4,000, yet the violent crime rate here is 5 times the national average. This isn't about population density. It's a sign of systemic collapse. Adair County, where Stilwell sits, is one of the poorest in the state. Methamphetamine corridors cut straight through the town, fueling daily crime and violence. Local police operate with limited resources, and after sunset, their presence drops dramatically. Response times stretch to dangerous lengths, and trust among neighbors evaporates. People don't lock doors, they leave entirely. Shockingly, despite these alarming realities, Stilwell rarely appears on statewide danger lists. That omission hides the town's true risk from outsiders and sets the stage for unsuspecting visitors to walk straight into danger. By day, Stilwell seems peaceful. Strawberry fields, empty streets, children playing. But at night, shadows stretch long. Streets empty and tension hums through every corner. Residents track every step, every street, every hour. This town stays alert at all times. No place, no moment is truly safe. If a small town can hide danger this well, could you recognize it before it finds you? Or would you unknowingly walk straight into the chaos? Number 8, Alexandria, Louisiana. Alexandria looks calm from the outside. Streets lined with oaks, colonial-style courthouses, and the slow rhythm of daily life. It feels slow, safe, inviting, but appearances are deceptive. This mid-sized town carries big city violence with small-town resources. Shootings erupt unexpectedly. Robberies happen on streets people walk every day. Assaults spike in neighborhoods that seem ordinary in daylight. Violent crime here is nearly 4 times the national average. A stark contrast to the town's serene facade. Why does Alexandria bleed? High poverty grips nearly a third of residents. Wages stagnate, unable to keep pace with rising costs. Aging infrastructure leaves neighborhoods vulnerable. Leadership struggles with infighting, bureaucracy, and politics. Prevention takes a back seat. Sirens are so frequent that locals barely notice them anymore. Residents memorize safe streets like others memorize shortcuts. constantly calculating where danger hides. The city knows it's bleeding, that's written in budget memos, official reports, and internal audits. But fixing it? That's a challenge Alexandria has yet to solve. By dusk, streets empty, shadows stretch long, and the tension in the air is almost tangible. Every corner, every alley, every quiet block tells a story of a town stretched beyond its limits. If a town can hide chaos behind its calm facade, could you navigate Alexandria safely after dark, or would you stumble straight into danger without even realizing it? Number 7, Hamtramck, Michigan. Hamtramck spans just 2 square miles, leaving almost no room to breathe. Surrounded by Detroit, yet operating under its own strict limits, it's one of the densest cities in the United States. Every street, every block, every foot of space tells a story of tension and survival. Income is low, jobs are scarce, and constant pressure shapes daily life. Violent crime here is twice the national average, but not due to chaos. It's the closeness that magnifies conflict. When trouble erupts, you're already caught in it. Police respond reactively, stretched beyond capacity. City services struggle to keep up, while political infighting consumes time that could protect residents. Locals know every block, every subtle cue, every hidden risk. For newcomers, survival isn't about avoidance, it's about navigation. The streets feel alive, vibrant and culturally rich. Yet density turns ordinary interactions into high-stakes calculations. A single misstep or missed signal can transform a calm street into danger in an instant. Hamtramck is alive and energetic, but its compact size amplifies every risk. Could you read the rhythms of this city fast enough to stay safe? Or would you be caught unaware, exposed to the hidden dangers on every block? Number 6, Muskegon Heights, Michigan. Muskegon Heights is what abandonment looks like in real life. Once thriving factories are shuttered, leaving empty shells where jobs once sustained generations. The city's tax base has collapsed, forcing emergency management to replace local control. Schools are underfunded or closed. Police resources are slashed, and opportunity has been erased. Violent crime exceeds 4 times the national average, yet the city's affordable rent lures people in, unaware of the cost. Stress pushes others out, creating a revolving door of residents navigating danger and scarcity. This isn't neglect by accident. Muskegon Heights was balanced on paper but emptied in reality. When winter arrives, the stakes rise. Dark streets stretch endlessly, patrols are limited, and long nights magnify every risk. A single misstep, a wrong street, a missed warning can escalate into serious danger. Life here is a constant calculation of survival, where every decision carries weight. Muskegon Heights may seem quiet from the outside, but its streets whisper the story of a city left to its own devices. Could you navigate a town stripped of opportunity, resources, and safety? Or would the invisible hazards find you first? Number 5, Pine Bluff, Arkansas. At first glance, Pine Bluff seems calm, with scenic rivers and quiet, picturesque mornings. Daily life feels slow, ordinary, and almost serene. But beneath this beauty lies a hidden, dangerous reality. Violent crime here is nearly 5 times the national average, making Pine Bluff one of the most dangerous small cities in the region. Poverty grips nearly 40% of residents, and unemployment remains persistently high. Public safety funding consistently lags behind the need. These aren't just numbers, they shape every street, every neighborhood, and every decision. Locals don't ask if the city is dangerous, they ask where and when. Street corners, alleys, and even some parks carry hidden risks after dark. Rules change with the sunset. Streets calm by day turn tense and unpredictable at night. Travelers passing through aren't just warned, they're advised to keep moving. Life in Pine Bluff is a constant calculation. Every choice carries weight: which roads to take, which gas stations to avoid, which neighborhoods to bypass. Scenic views conceal danger, calm mornings hide tension. Could you read Pine Bluff's rhythms after dark? Or would the city's hidden dangers find you before you even realize it? Number 4, Danville, Illinois. Danville once thrived as an industrial hub, a town that helped build America. Factories buzzed with life. Assembly lines created products and jobs were plentiful. Streets were full of workers, children played outside, and neighborhoods felt secure. Today, those factories are silent. Machines sit rusting, doors padlocked, and the hum of industry has vanished. Jobs followed the factories out of town, leaving a vacuum that nothing has filled. Violent crime now runs more than 4 times the national average. A shocking figure for a city of this size. This isn't random fluctuation, it's saturation. Whole blocks are empty, abandoned storefronts staring blankly, homes shuttered and hollowed out. The air carries a quiet tension, broken only by distant sirens or sudden outbreaks of violence. Police coverage is thin, spread across streets that often feel deserted. Emergencies erupt without warning, and the response is measured in minutes or longer. Danger here isn't constant. It's erratic, unpredictable, and invisible until it strikes. Locals don't see trouble coming, they hear it after the fact. Gunshots echo through alleys. Broken glass glimmers on the sidewalk. Whispers of fights ripple through neighborhoods. Life in Danville is lived on alert. Residents memorize safe paths, note the timing of risky streets, and calculate the odds of walking home after dark. Every step is a decision, every turn a potential risk. The irony is striking. Quiet streets, leafy parks, and calm mornings hide the reality of a city on edge. Danville proves a hard lesson. Midwestern calm does not equal safety. Could you navigate a town like this, where danger strikes without warning, or would you become part of the statistics before you even knew you were at risk? Number 3, Saginaw, Michigan. If statistics could scream, Saginaw would be hoarse. For years, this city has hovered near the top of America's violent crime rankings per capita, placing it among the most dangerous small cities in the nation. Population is steadily shrinking. As families flee for safer streets and better opportunities, every block abandoned, every storefront boarded up, marks another lost piece of the city. Violence has intensified in neighborhoods where trust in police and city leadership has vanished. Residents have learned that calling for help can be useless. Emergency response is slow, clearance rates remain low, and the system that should protect them is overwhelmed. Life here is about adaptation and survival. People memorize streets, memorize which blocks are safe during daylight and which are deadly at night. Children grow up knowing which alleys to avoid, which playgrounds hide danger, which corners are watched by unknown eyes. Saginaw doesn't erupt in random chaos. It bleeds quietly, predictably. Routine violence has replaced fear as the city's soundtrack. Gunshots, sirens, fights, and thefts aren't anomalies, they're normalized. The calm facades of houses and quiet mornings conceal tension that hums beneath the surface. Residents live strategically, calculating every route, every outing, every risk. Trust is local, not institutional. Safety is not a given, it is earned minute by minute. Could you navigate a city like Saginaw, where danger is normalized, every street hides risk, and silence itself can be threatening? Would you notice the warning signs before it's too late, or become part of the statistics you never saw coming? Number 2, Selma, Alabama. By day, Selma appears serene, almost picturesque. Tourists stroll across the historic Edmund Pettus Bridge, visit museums, and photograph landmarks that mark America's civil rights history. The sunlight glints off the Alabama River, and the town seems frozen in time, a peaceful relic of the past. By night, everything changes. Streets that seemed calm in the afternoon turn tense and empty. Residents retreat behind locked doors. Shops and gas stations close early. Neighborhoods that are vibrant by day shut down socially. Gun violence spikes without warning, and the shadow of danger stretches across blocks that appear innocent in daylight. Selma's violent crime rate far exceeds the national average. Despite a population under 20,000, economic collapse left the town reeling. Jobs vanished, federal attention shifted elsewhere, and local resources never fully recovered. Policing is stretched thin, emergency response is slow, and trust in authorities has eroded over decades. Entire communities operate under unspoken rules. Children learn which streets are safe, teens memorize patterns of violence, and adults navigate every route strategically. Reported crime barely scratches the surface. Unreported incidents, fear-driven adaptations, and systemic neglect hide the town's true danger from outsiders. The irony is harsh. Visitors see history, charm, and calm. But for those who live here, danger is routine, invisible, and constant. The streets themselves become a test of awareness and instinct. Could you navigate a town where threats are hidden in plain sight, where danger doesn't announce itself, and where a wrong turn after sunset could put you at risk before you even realize it? Would you spot the warning signs in time, or would Selma teach you the hard way? Number 1, the town that doesn't report. This town doesn't make headlines. Its name never goes viral. It isn't a city you'll find trending online. On paper, crime statistics suggest calm streets, low risk, quiet neighborhoods. But the numbers are misleading, far too misleading. Local police departments are overworked and underfunded. Calls are downgraded, Reports are minimized. Crimes that should appear in statistics quietly disappear into paperwork. Media coverage is sparse, leaving outsiders blind to what happens after sunset. Residents know the truth. They have learned to read the streets, interpret silence, and follow unspoken rules. Life-saving advice circulates quietly. Don't stop. Keep driving. Fuel up earlier, or you might not make it. This isn't paranoia. It's survival strategy. Every corner hides potential danger. Every gas station, intersection, and side street can turn routine travel into risk. The town's calm exterior is a facade masking concentrated invisible threat. Visitors see charm and tranquility, while locals navigate a complex map of risk that outsiders can't read. This is the most dangerous kind of place, where statistics lie, where silence is deliberate, and where one wrong turn after dusk can change everything. The danger is invisible, normalized, and omnipresent. Could you survive in a town where danger whispers behind every closed door, where every street holds secrets, and where the data you trust deliberately hides the truth? Would you notice the warning signs before it's too late? Or would you become part of a story that will never be reported?